Dear grandfather, the order of life lies in the blink of an eye. Life is like a day, a warm day that the light flashed as if it could burn my eyes. A cool breeze in the evening and a calm night. I hope you're happy in your own world. I don't know if there is a heaven in this world or if you will be reborn. I don't know if your spirit exists in this dimension of mine. I have never witnessed the waning of life so earnestly once. Everyone leaves this world eventually, but does your spirit still linger somewhere? I'm sorry for this belated, heartfelt letter. The wind is like the difference of a creature of this world floating through me. A gust of wind in different directions is like many different spiritual beings breaking through to me from different directions. Sometimes I wish that one of those spirits was you, so that I could feel that you still exist in this world, or at least that I could feel it. I know I'm very reluctant to admit to myself that I may be in love with you. You never seem to consider my feelings. I'm still a kid. I'm always the one who chooses the gift last. You always ask me to see mistakes that I didn't make. And I can't tell you how much I felt hurt and how much I resented you. I was angry. Your change caught me off guard. It was as if you stopped me and slipped me a candy when I would have run away. I don't know when you started to be nicer to me and my mom. It is because I've become a good student? Was it because I got into a good college? Was it because you realized that we were the only family that was good to you? I think those are the reasons, and I wouldn't blame you if you and grandmother had always been so nice to me. You know, this kind of behavior gives me the cold shoulder. This cold makes me feel nervous. New York is so cold now. My hands feel frozen, dry, wrinkled. The way you felt when you held mine a month before you're gone. You could barely hear, and your words were slurred. I still remember vividly that 2 or 3 months ago, I asked you about history, and you were still telling me stories about the reform and opening up of the country, since you are a retired soldier. I could feel the soldier's will in your dry, thin, and weak body. You witnessed the victory of the revolution in the first place. Whenever you mention that experience, you are as if you had returned to your 20s and 30s when you were in the battlefield. Your eyes seem to be full of fighting spirit after vicissitude of life. I can hardly imagine you being like this because of the ravages of age and disease. But you left anyway. People will go to temples to pray for the blessing for their ancestors. Have you also become the wind and rain guarding us? When I was in elementary school, I didn't understand the meaning of life and death. And when I was taken to the mountains to pay homage to my ancestors, I watched the monks in front of me teaching me how to pay homage, leaving me at the loss for words. Now, as I gaze at this temple, I seem to be able to understand. You turn into a glowing purple spiral spirit being that appeared in my dreams. I saw it slowly merge in a mirror in a dark, enclosed space, emitting an eerie purple light. But when the space was broken into by others, you no longer appeared. Is this dream telling me that there's something you want to tell me in secret? It's been a week since you passed away, and I hissed in my dreams as I watched your spirit body disappear in my room. I cried and wondered why spirits leave even after a person dies. Was your spirit leaving this world forever? I could no longer feel your presence after you left. It seems to be many tears and resentment and remorse and love that clog my throat, and I can't seem to make a sound. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what is it. I don't want to hate you anymore. There's no point in hating someone who's passed away. But I couldn't let go of my obsession, hate, anger, but at the same time, I couldn't let go of the intimacy brought by blood and the goodness you showed me behind me I can't erase. I didn't want to admit that I didn't realize that my feelings for you were mixed with a little or a lot of love for a loved one until I woke up from a dream and opened my eyes with 2 tears. The presence of light is the downfall of shadow, just as what we gain is always lost. Perhaps the most perfect thing in this world is imperfection. There are too many feelings for me to express in just one letter, and perhaps this letter will bring closure to our tangled imperfection bond. If you can read this letter in the outer world, your granddaughter.
This is a Brooklyn College Flatbush Avenue bound 2 train. The next stop is Wake Street.